You're in Braves country. think like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pump cup. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. He's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Fuss. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live as the Braves are on the road, and we're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing left field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Alex Verdugo. 9 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .248. Batting second, playing third, Austin Riley. 8 homers, 27 ribbies, 2 stolen bases, batting .280. Batting third, playing first, Matt Olson. 9 home runs, 24 RBI, a .232 clip. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. 7 home runs, 19 RBI, a .260 average. Drake Baldwin is back behind home plate once again. 5 home runs, 14 RBI, batting .354. Ozzie Albies, batting sixth, playing second. 5 home runs, 16 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .224. Michael Harris II will be patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. He has 3 home runs, 25 RBI, 7 stolen bases, a .226 batting average, and a hell of a Golden Glove. Batting eighth, playing right, the Book of Eli. Eli White has 2 home runs, 11 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .279. Nick Allen is batting ninth, playing short. 9 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .258. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves today, it's Spencer Schwellenbach Day. Schwelly is 2-3 with a 3.31 ERA and a 1.07 whip. 54 innings, 46 strikeouts, 47 hits allowed, 11 walks, and 6 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Brian Bayo, who's 2-0 with a shiny 2.33 ERA and a 1.41 whip with 27 innings, 24 hits allowed, 17 strikeouts, 14 walks, 4 home runs served. Backing up Bayo in the bottom of the first inning is Jarren Duran. 3 home runs, 27 RBI, 12 stolen bases in left field with a .262 average. Batting second, the designated hitter, Rafael Devers. 8 home runs, 34 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .284. Alex Bregman, batting third, playing third. 11 home runs, 34 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .309. Wilyer Abreu, batting cleanup and in right field. He has 11 home runs, 27 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .270. Trevor Story, batting fifth, playing short. 6 homers, 20 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .236. And Abraham Toro is at first base with a 182 average, a home run, and an RBI. Wong is behind home plate and batting 7th. He's 6 for 41 on the year with the stolen base. And Hamilton, batting 8th, playing 2nd. 2 home runs, 5 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .204. While Rafaela will be batting 9th and in center field. He has 2 home runs, 16 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .245. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate today, it's Tom Hanahan. Your first base umpire, Adrian Johnson. Second base will be manned by Quinn Walcott, and down the third base line, it's Paul Clemens. Game time temperatures here at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. Expected to be 69 degrees at first pitch, with the wind blowing out to right field at 15 miles an hour. With that short porch, the ball should be carrying today. Your Atlanta Braves come in 23-23, Red Sox 23-24. Lines out in the desert this morning. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 120 on the money line, a virtual pick 'em. The over-under is fairly high at 9.5. Our pick to click today. Not a whole lot of guys have seen Bayo that much for obvious reasons, him being in the American League, but the ones that have actually got pretty good numbers on him. Ozzie and Nick Allen, along with Ozuna, are the outliers. But the rest of them, you got Michael Harris, who's 2 for 4, Riley, who's 3 for 6, and Alex Verdugo, who's 4 for 6. We're going to take Dr. Doogie. He's 4 for 6, and he has a home run. Maybe with that wind blowing out to right, Dr. Doogie can get into one. But nonetheless, we expect him to click on a Sunday afternoon here in Boston. We're going to take the Atlanta Braves to win this one in a bit of a high-scoring affair. And once again, whatever run number we're at, it's never enough. Keep piling it on. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win this one 8-4 with Schwelly spinning a gem. That'll take the Braves back over the 500 mark as we head to Washington on what is assumed to be Spencer Strider Day on Tuesday. Keys to the game today, the biggest thing that jumps out at you when you look at Brayan Bello is his walk rate. The Braves need to be patient. He has just 17 strikeouts in 27 innings. That's a low number. If you were to flash that forward, Schwellenbach has pitched 54 innings. Bello would be sitting at just 34 strikeouts, where Schwellenbach right now is at 46. The other thing that jumps out at you, that walk rate. 14 walks in 27 innings. That is a boat ton and 4 home runs served. If the Braves can work the count, they ought to be able to get on base via the free pass and maybe get into a couple and put some crooked numbers up on the board and coast. We still haven't had a laugher since I mentioned us needing one. Maybe it's today. Maybe we get to those double digits. But the Braves are going to have to be patient at the plate, which is something they don't do well, especially on day games. Tim Hyer, do your job. Get them to work the count. Bello has struggled with command. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah! Roll call!
You're in Braves country.
All right, Braves country. Let's get back on that winning track. Get some runs for a little bit of Schwellenbach support and get a series win and get the hell out of this dump. All right, who do we have here in the chat? Let's go back a few minutes. Good to see you. We see Jameson, ICCT, Christopher Townsend, William Birdwell, John, Robert, Hillian, James Hagon, David McCumber, Stargazer, good to see you. Gary the Real McCoy. Man, that is a long name. We'll just call you Squirmin'. And who else do we have in here? Billy Power Max. And Travis. Hey, whatever happened to the one Travis that used to be in here all the time? I haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's okay. I don't think that's the same Travis, but you never know. All right, we're going to take a quick break here in a second. We're just about 5 minutes away from pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. For some reason, my video froze, and I'm keeping an eye on the game app. I don't know what the hell that was about. But anyways, Spencer Schwellenbach Day. We've got the chat. We got the emoji in the chat for you. Make sure to slap that like and please subscribe and please share. We want to grow this channel. Many folks as possible be chatting away and it's self-therapeutic as well as we get if we go through another game like we did yesterday. All right, we'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
All right, let's get ready, Braves Country. You'll notice that the lineups are very similar to last night's. The biggest difference Christian Campbell is out of the lineup. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. We will be back in a flash. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA. All right, we're just about set. The Braves are wearing their road blues. I call them their spring training look. Blue tops, gray pants, red lettering, Braves across the chest in red, outlined in white, just like the tomahawk with yellow throughout the handle. Numbers on the back are the same, and the names on the back in white. The Braves will be wearing the military weekend ball caps, just like the Boston Red Sox are. They'll both have a camouflage look to it. B for Boston for the Red Sox, and A representing the city of Atlanta for the Braves. The Red Sox are wearing their home whites. Red lettering outlined in navy. And we are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Let's go ahead and get this fired up and get rolling as the Braves are about to step to home plate. Brian Bayo throwing his final warm-up tosses. This game was supposed to start at 1:35, just a hair behind that, so we'll wait for him to finish his final warm-up tosses. Number 66 getting ready to face against number 56, Spencer Schwellenbach. We're just about set. And here we go. Alex Verdugo digs into the box. We'll have a righty-lefty matchup to start off the day. Infield is back and to the right, playing Alex to pull in the infield. Outfield straight away. First pitch on the way, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country, and Dr. Doogie gets a base rip to start us off to right.
What's going on? Blood pressure's coming up. The pulse is getting stronger. Get the OR ready. We've got a live one going, and we want him to stay that way.
That ball was whistled through the infield, sitting dead red. And here's the first pitch on the way to Austin Riley. That ball's banged up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman, fires it over to first, and we've got runners on first and second and nobody out.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
So first and second, nobody out, and here comes Matt Olson. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Olson is a four-seam fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. First and second, nobody out. Infield back into the right. The 1-0. Bayo comes set. Kicks and delivers. 97 miles an hour, down and in. Ball 2-0. Biggest thing that jumped out at me about Bayo, and we've seen him before, and I've seen him quite a bit, paid attention to his career. He's got pretty good stuff, but this year he's struggling with command. The 2-0 just grabs the outer edge. That's debatable. It's 2-1. Two-one count. Benefit of the doubt was given by home plate umpire Tom Hanahan. The 2-1. Down and in, 3-1. He's got 14 walks in 27 innings. Now, he spent quite a bit of the year on the IL. But 14 walks in 27 innings, that is a huge number. The 3-1 to Olson. He digs in. Here's the pitch. Swing, files it back. 95 miles an hour. Fastball on the outer edge. Full count. Change the view so you can see the field with runners on. The payoff pitch to Olson. Inside ball 4. That's walk number 15, and that's not nothing. We'll take it. The Ice House doing some things here early on. Let's go ahead and play his clip.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Ducks all over the pond, and here comes the big zoo. First pitch on the way. Swing, chops it off his foot as he's hopping around. 0-1. Ozuna went yard last night, as did Olson. Ozuna needing a second there as he really got that on the inside. I think he might have got it in on his ankle. Take another look at this. Is it ankle? No, it's his outer knee. Thought it went to the inside on the ankle, but it's his right knee. They do not need that. 0-1, bases loaded. Swing, chops it down the third base line. It's now 0-2. Bases loaded, nobody out to start the game if you're just joining us. Verdugo, a single to right. Riley, an infield single up the middle, and then a walk to Matt Olson. Ozuna batting .259 on the year. Here's the pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. Got to get your bat off your shoulder, son. One away. Not sure what he was doing there. I've seen that a lot from Ozuna this year. Not going to lie, it's concerning. He gets 2 strikes and he just get it into his head that he's looking for a specific pitch. You got to guard the plate. So that'll bring the Drake to the plate. First pitch, swing, swats a 96-mile-an-hour fastball out of play. It's 0-1. After what we saw last night, we do not need to leave runs on the board. This is a bandbox, a popcorn stand, whatever you want to call this ballpark in Fenway. Built in 1912, and guys are a lot different than they were in 1912, so runs come with ease here. The 0-1. Swing, slices that to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and the Drake has an RBI single. They'll go station to station, playing shallow left field. And Verdugo.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Verdugo comes home on a single sliced into left field. Good piece of hitting there by Drake. Didn't try to do too much with that. I think a lot of guys are going to try to pull that and come around on it. They're going to pop it up. But Drake just slapped it the other way. And that'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Ozzie takes the first pitch high and wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch. Swing, hits that hard on the ground. Over to second. It's going to be a tough play. Bayo will tag the batter. He almost stumbled, but we will get a base hit. A run. It's going to be a fielder's choice, but we do get the run, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 2-0 lead. Good piece of hitting by the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Good situational hitting there. Riley comes home to score. We've got the bases now on second and third and 2 outs. First pitch to Harris, who could double the lead with a single. Is it swing and a miss? It's 0-1. The 0-1. Bayo at just 16 pitches, so he really hasn't run his pitch count up. The 0-1 brings it. Down and in, 1-1. You'd love to see a single maybe into right center just to make sure that second run comes home. Braves lead it 2-0 here on a Sunday afternoon. There are some threatening clouds in the background. We'll check on that here in a bit. The 1-1. Swing, chops it. Over to second. Should be an easy 4-3 putout. It is. And Harris comes up snake eyes. But not before your Atlanta Braves take a 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the first. And Atlanta with a lead with Schwelly taking the hill.
All right, I done got into my raisin rum cake I got for Christmas. It's gluten-free. It's also raisin and cake-free. Yeah, it's just rum.
Who'd you say did the electrical work?
Oh, that would be my nephew, Thomas. He's very handy.
Yeah. What year did his house burn down?
Oh, about 2 years ago. How do you know his house burned down?
These 6 days between Christmas and New Year's are the only time of year that you should strive to do absolutely nothing. Make zero progress. Take all the time off. Take a vacation from your vacation. Be the least impressive version of yourself.
Got to play golf with Arnold, and we walked the fairways together. And he would say hello to people. Hi, how you doing over there? Look at that one over there. Oh, how you doing over there? And you know, he knew how to made people feel good, made eye contact. And I think I learned a lot that day about what it was to be famous, but at the same time, let people in on what you are and who you are.
If Arnie could teach Johnny a course on charm, maybe those lessons could be used on visits with another mentor.
He talked to my players a lot over the years, and he would always have something to say that the kids loved. And the kids loved it.
I think Johnny Bench had a way of relating to the American public. People gravitated toward him because he was such a great athlete, and this guy was the real deal.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Here we go. That thing was jammed up. Sorry, I didn't realize it hadn't gone over to the 3D, y'all. I apologize. Didn't see it till Charles mentioned something a few minutes ago. First pitch on the way is swung on and sliced down the left field line into the crowd. It's 0-2. First pitch right there was down the heart of the plate for a strike. So an 0-2 count. Yeah, if you don't see it, just holler at me. Normally, it's something that's gotten jammed up on the application that we use. It's supposed to flip right over, but for whatever reason, I had to go in there and do it manually this time. So an 0-2 count. I guess they're taking Sundays off too. The 0-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. Swing. Dribbles it through the infield, and that's going to be a leadoff single for the Red Sox. So here we go. They start off just as we did. The leadoff single. Looking at the radar, there's rain heading this way into Boston. So we may not get this whole thing in. Looking at the radar here, let's see, play it on the radar itself. Yeah, it's supposed to come barreling through. It may be a light rain, so we may not get affected. Schwellenbach flips it over first, but we'll take you all the way to the rain delay. That's all I can do for you. First pitch on the way to Devers is swung on and popped up high and deep. That's going to be caught by Verdugo. One away. That rain coming in, trying to see comparative where Fenway is. It is expected to come in light rain at around, say right before 4 o'clock, 3:30-ish. They could possibly play through what that first part is, and then after that it's clear sailing for a while. First pitch on the way is 97 on the outer edge. It's 0-1. If you can get through 5, you know nobody wants to come back and play this game later in the year. You could get the game called because of rain. Schwellenbach turns around and flips it over to first. The Braves are not going to stick around here in Boston until tomorrow. They are ready for that day off. Bregman. There are a couple of, is the 0-1 swing, fist that high. It's a pop, hand popped up in on his hands. Can of corn over to short. Play is made by Nick Allen. 2 down. I was going to say they come to New York several times, so you could squeeze games in one of those trips to New York. It's really not ideal. Schwellenbach now digs into Abreu, batting .270, takes 97 at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1, righty-lefty. Abreu, 11 homers on the year, so you got to watch out for him. Swing and a miss. Rifles it back foul. It's 0-2. The best thing to do with the screen, by the way, going forward, put it in capital letters and put asterisks. It'll jump out to me so that, because what I look at is I'm looking at what you should be seeing. What you are seeing is off to my right, the 0-2. Fastball misses outside, 1-2. 1-2 count. Schwellenbach looking for his first strikeout of the day. His over-under today out in the desert was 5.5, I believe is what it closed at. The 1-2 in the dirt. Splitter tried to get him to chase. 2-2. Two count. Schwellenbach comes set, brings it. Swing ripped into right field, up into that wind, but it will not carry far enough. Eli White makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. They get the leadoff runner on, but Schwellenbach calms it down. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
So I have a pet peeve, and apparently it's not very common. I hate when people are eating and they take a drink of whatever they're drinking and the food and the water or whatever they're drinking mixes, and then it's like mushy and gushy. And anybody else?
Y'all be like, y'all need to evacuate, y'all need to evacuate. Do y'all got evacuation money? Because I can't afford my rent here. You think I can afford to go somewhere else? Like, it's not free to evacuate. Like, what are y'all talking about? Evacuate. You're not taking it serious. Baby, my bank account, I guess not taking it serious.
Roger Connor. He slugged baseball's first Grand Slam in 1881, even though the term hadn't been invented yet. They didn't call it a walk-off home run either. Despite his large stature, 6'3", 200 pounds to be exact, he still was pretty agile on the base pass, stealing 244 and hitting 233 triples. He had extraordinary power, once hitting a home run completely out of the Polo Grounds and right onto 112th Street. He was the first player to reach 1,000 career walks, and his 138 career home runs would not be passed until some guy named Babe Ruth came along. If you want to find him, all you had to do was look up league leaders from every season from 1880 to 1894. His defense vastly improved after moving from third base to first base, where he led the league 4 times in fielding percent.
Armchair.
This man shouldn't be booed.
Agreed, but it's been that way for Mike ever since he came up with the Phillies in '73.
To sit back and hear this, it's mind-boggling. It's like, people, this guy, you know how good he is?
What can I say? I mean, I don't know how to even address that. I think that the Boo Birds are the loudest people at the park. They're not the majority, obviously, but they're the most obnoxious. And I think that no matter what he does, they're going to have something to say about it. But I don't know. They can be cruel.
A liner, and the Orioles are the world champions.
Eli White takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Bayo back to work. The 0-1. Fisted foul. It's 0-2. Bayo sitting at 20 pitches, so he really didn't have that rocky of an inning as far as pitch count, but he did allow 2 runs. It could have been a lot worse. Should have been a lot worse. Wish it was a lot worse. The 0-2 to the Book of Eli. They set up out wide. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by him, 95 miles an hour. One away. Same lineup as we had last night. The Red Sox have changed their catcher. They've got Wong behind the plate today. As Nick Allen takes the first pitch for a ball, it's 1-0. And the second baseman, Hamilton, is in for Christian Campbell, the young rookie. 1-0, misses high, ball 2-2. 2-0 count. Verdugo stands on deck. Here's the pitch. 93, misses high. Ball 3-0. The outfield is the same for the Red Sox today. Left to right, it's Duran, Rafael in center, and Abreu in right. The 3-0 from Bayo. Down and in, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. As far as the infield for the Boston Red Sox, around the horn left to right, it's Bregman, Story, to Hamilton, to Toro, and Wong is behind the plate. Bayo obviously on the bump. When the Braves are on defense, same as last night, it's Riley, Allen, Ozzie, and Olsen. Verdugo, Harrison, Eli left to right in the outfield, and Baldwin is back behind home plate. First pitch on the way is a slider down and in. It's 1-0. It's interesting that we have Baldwin back in there, night game after a day game, and there is a righty on the bump. That might have something to do with it, but they had been giving Baldwin just one look and then bringing Murphy back. Four-seam fastball is right there on the outer edge. It's 1-1. It's already paid dividends. Baldwin has his RBI single to his credit. 1-1 count. Brings it outside wide, 2-1. Verdugo is 1-for-1 with the single and came around to score. Pitch on the way as he kicks and fires. High and wide. Ball 4, and Allen takes off, and he's going to steal second base. A 3-1 count now. That was another one of those close ones. I swear we were getting the worst luck of the throw going up the line. A bad throw in the infielder making a swipe at the foot as it goes by. You don't see that very often. This has got to be the 6th time this week this has happened. They're not going to challenge that one, but we've gotten called out on that. It's ridiculous. 3-1 swing. That ball's ripped over to first, and it's going to be an L3 in the scorebook. Kind of a sinking line drive. And because Allen had stolen second, Toro was far enough off the bag to make the play. If he's holding the runner there, there's no way he gets to that ball. Austin Riley, the batter, he takes a hack at the first one he sees and chops it just foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. One of the reasons why Baldwin may be in there and not Murphy, if you're playing this forward, on Tuesday, we're expected to see Mitchell Parker again, the left-hander from the Washington Nationals. So they probably didn't want to give Baldwin that many consecutive days off. The 0-1, sinker in the dirt, 1-1. They're probably looking at it as that. And there's 2 lefties coming up in the next series. We've got Parker and Gore, which means Smurf will get the 2 starts there. Wednesday will be Drake Day. The 1-1 pitch, swing, rattles it back, foul, slider. straight back to the backstop. It's 1-2. Braves 2, Red Sox nothing. We're just here in the top of the second inning here on a Sunday afternoon. Appreciate you spending your Sunday afternoon here in Braves country. The 1-2. Good take by Riley. That had to be tempting. Slider in the dirt, 2-2. So he's seen changeup, sinker, slider. A 2-2 count. Wind is really starting to whip out there. As the clouds start to cover the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Braves get a man all the way to second, but can't knock him in. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom 2 we go. Leading by 2.
I'm literally a minor. You're 24. When did that happen?
It has been decided. We are now the pickle party. And we are going to vote for pickles in the bar instead of limes.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. The point is, our 3 votes will always beat your 2. We win, dude. We're the winners, okay? Give me a beer with a pickle in it.
Well, what happens when you 3 disagree with each other?
We're not going to disagree. That is the point of the pickle party. We're very aligned on these issues. Pickles will prevail.
Okay, well, the next issue on our list should be a pretty easy one for the pickle party to agree on. A crucifix in the bar.
Ah, you are right. This is an easy one. Why wouldn't we have a crucifix in the bar? Because we're a bar. Right, but we're an Irish Catholic bar. We're an Irish bar. Yeah, Irish Catholic bar. And therefore a giant wooden crucifix is a celebration of our heritage. Giant? How big of a crucifix do you want? Big. I mean, it should be the centerpiece of the whole room. I mean, it should dominate every conversation. That's gonna be terrifying. It should be terrifying. That's how you know God loves you. I don't want a giant bloody man in the bar scaring the customers and most.
Number 500, the career 500th home run for Michael Jack Schmidt.
Name Michael Jack Schmidt gets put on baseballs now when I'm signing. Harry linked me to the Philly fans in a wonderful way, which is still there today.
Michael, you hear it every day, you hear it everywhere. Mike Schmidt is all around the greatest third baseman ever. That's a huge word. Looking back over your career, do you have any argument with that?
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with that statement. I've heard that a few times.
By 1989, it was hard to argue, with 8 home run titles, 10 Gold Gloves, and 3 MVP awards.
Michael, step up. All right, bear with me on this because this isn't easy. Some 18 years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio with 2 very bad knees and a dream to become a Major League Baseball player. I thank God that dream came true.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is swinging by the Boston Red Sox. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. 1 up, 1 down here to start the second inning. Gave it a ride. That was to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. You go all the way to 420 if you go just dead center field. The idea is to aim for the green monster to the left. If you hit it just to the right, it's a little shorter porch. First pitch on the way is a curveball on the outer edge. It's 1-0. If you can pull the ball in Fenway, it's a very short porch, and that's what ended the game last night. There's no way that ball gets out last night at Truist Park. It probably would have smacked off the top of the wall, but there's no way it leaves. Very short fence. Not just closeness, but also comes up to about your hip. 1-1 pitch is swung on and chopped by Toro over to second. 2 down. Ozzie to Olsen. 2 quick outs, which is what you want here with the threatening skies that fade off into the background. As many outs as you can get from Schwellenbach. First pitch on the way is a slider. Down and away, it's 1-0. 1-0. Schwelly comes set, brings it. Fastball right down the pipe, 1-1. Schwellenbach still has not recorded a strikeout, but so far so good on the scoreboard. 2-0 your score, Atlanta. 1-1. Misses below the knees, 2-1. Wong batting 146 on the year at 385 OPS. veteran catcher. The 2-1, rifle back foul, 2-2. 2-2 count, a 2-0 game. Number 7 hitter here in the second inning. Schwellenbach brings it. Slider misses down and away, ball 3. So a full count now. Righty-righty matchup. The payoff pitch. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. 98 at the knees. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Work and hard labor for 300 plus years. I'm demanding this seat.
Decked, absolutely, right then and right there. I don't freaking care what color skin you are. You're a man yelling in a woman's face like that, you'd be absolutely decked. What is it that men just seem to think that they can take everything from women? You can take our spaces, you can take our spots in sports, everything. You think that you can be entitled to a seat that somebody else paid for? We fought for so long to be equal, and then we were equal, and then we tried to break the quote-unquote glass ceiling, and now we're back to square one again.
This may piss some of you off, and quite frankly, I could care less. But this goes out to all you celebrities. You probably won't see it, but hey, I'm going to say it anyways. After what happened with Diddy, knowing that probably most of you are on that list, you coming out and telling us who to vote for, we could give a rat's ass what any of you have to say.
From the Chicago Cubs, pitcher Greg Maddux.
I remember walking in the locker room. I was next to Dwight Gooden, and that was pretty cool because at the time he was the best pitcher in baseball. And I heard him fart. How about that? I heard Doc Gooden fart.
In 1989, Greg's our best pitcher.
He has also, in the last 2 years, become one of the finest pitchers in the major league.
And this team looks like they're destined for the playoffs. It seemed like Cubs winning seasons, as few as they were, came out of nowhere. Almost like a spring rainstorm. All of a sudden, there's a cloudburst. There's a cloudburst of wins for the Cubs, and to have Maddux, a homegrown starting pitcher, at the front of the rotation that way was just completely embraced by Cubs fans.
Cubs win the division! Cubs win the division!
We don't make the playoffs in '89 without him. I mean, that would have been a long, dry run for the Cubs without Greg Maddux.
Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Matt Olson will lead us off here as we begin the top of the third inning. Walked his first time up. First pitch from Bayo. Outside wide. It's 1-0. Bayo at 36 pitches to start the third, so not a terribly high number. He does have 2 walks already. Talked about his walk issues. His 3 strikeouts, which is a little higher than normal. The 1-0 swing. Rattles it back foul. 1-1. If you're just joining us, if you're just waking up or just getting back into the land of the living on a Sunday afternoon, Jose Alvarado, he is gone. 80 games. PED suspension is the slider. Smacks inside on the inner track. It's 1-2. Put the strike zone view back up for you. So he, just like Jerks and Profar, will not be eligible for postseason play. The 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. Only thing I wish about that, I wish he would have gotten popped after the trade deadline so the Phillies couldn't do anything about it. They just assume they have their closer rolling. So expect Philly to be very aggressive to go after a closer. Maybe sooner than later. The 2-2. Swing, slaps that one towards left. That should get down, and it is. It's a fair ball. Goes up against the wall. Kind of juggled out there by Duran, but it doesn't matter. Olsen will easily cruise into second base with a leadoff double in the Ice House, rocking and rolling on a Sunday afternoon.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
One on, nobody out. The lights are on here in Fenway, so it is getting dark. First pitch on the way to Ozuna. 96. Outer edge. 0-1. Drake Baldwin stands on deck. Ozzie in the hole. The 0-1. Bayo comes set, brings it down and in, 1-1. We want as many runs as we can get, but I want to get to the 5th inning quick, because that sky is starting to howl in. The winds have picked up, and I believe the forecast has increased. The 1-1 swing, that ball's lifted to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes the throw to the plate, and Matt Olson is safe. Your Atlanta Braves have taken a 3-0 lead. Good piece of hitting by the Zoo. The Big Bear, the Big Zoo. Broken bat single over the head of the infield. Raphael fired a bullet towards home, but it was cut off by Toro. Not really sure why he cut that off. I mean, you can let that one go to the backstop, and Ozuna's not getting a second. But the Braves have taken a 3-0 lead. First pitch on the way is a bender on the outer edge to Drake Baldwin, who's 1-for-1 with an RBI. It's 0-1. Braves 3, Red Sox nothing, top 3. We got out to a big lead yesterday, and it wasn't enough. The 0-1, down and in, 1-1. One way to solve the issue of the bullpen is if you get a rain out. We never have to see it, right? 1-1 count. Righty-lefty, Bayo brings it. Swing chopper back up the middle, and that is going to be a double play. So that'll erase the bases. It was chopped right up the chute. Bayo was smart enough to let that one go. Trevor Story stepped on the pillow at second and fired it to first. That's a 1990 single all the way. But now with the shift that everybody employs, it's just an easy 6-3 double play. First pitch on the way to Ozzie. Man, it's time to get him off the schneid, isn't it? It's 0-1. Ozzie Albies batting .223, a little better in this series. He's 3 for 9, but he really hasn't done a whole lot this month. The 0-1 rattles that one back foul. It's 0-2. Braves 3, Boston nothing. The 0-2 to the Wiz. Swing. That ball's lifted into center, but right into the glove of Rafaela, who's there just before the warning track. Braves get another run. It's 3-0. We go to the bottom of the third. The dark skies are coming.
Eddie, y'all ever find yourselves having to rewind a TV show because you wasn't paying attention? Then when you play it back, you wind up not paying attention again?
To this day, I still don't understand how you will see the baddest girl you've ever seen.
Alexandra Daddario, moving on.
Drop dead gorgeous. The girl is stunning. And then you see her boyfriend, and he looks like a Monsters, Inc. character. How did you get over there, baby girl?
Out here looking like a Goomba Wale talking.
And I'm not sure how many love languages there are, but 99% of dudes all have the same one, and the other like 12 of them all stem from your guys's.
Also, there's a whole lot of ladies talking about you never see it the other way around. A really attractive guy with an ugly chick. It's like, well, you've clearly never lived around a military installment.
Now, I'm not saying this is right, but when a guy's at a bar and he looks across the bar, he's not like, damn, I'd like to take that personality on a test drive. Also, I don't care how much money she makes. That is pertinent to this argument.
Wrigley Field alive with enthusiasm and emotion. A jam-packed crowd.
And tonight's starting pitcher warming up in the bullpen, number 31, Greg Maddox.
In the 1989 playoffs, Greg Maddox actually, sort of without even trying, creates an entirely new trend in baseball.
And Will Clark will be the batter with the bases loaded.
It's a key situation. The catcher's going out, and Will Clark's reading his lips, and Will Clark sees him say something like inside fastball. An inside fastball's coming. So he knows the pitch is coming.
High drive into deep right field. It is a grand slam home run.
I thought I made a decent enough pitch to get him out, but it carried over the fence anyway. You know, later on you hear the stories, oh, he read my lips. He said he read I was going to start him off with a fastball or something. You know, that's kind of the reason why you see, even today, you'll see guys cover their mouths or put their gloves up when they talk on the mound.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Schwellenbach. Right down the pipe for a strike to David Hamilton. It's 0-1, the 0-1. He's going to rip that down the right field line. He's going to bang up against the wall, heading towards second. And here comes the throw, and he'll easily have a leadoff double for the Boston Red Sox. Braves lead it 3-0. Now the tying run moves on deck. He roasted that ball. Pitch got way too much of the home plate. That was right down center stage. Someone with pop is going to send that to the seats. Hamilton's second double of the year. Rafael, the number 9 hitter, now comes. First pitch, swing and a miss, slider off the table. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Yeah, James, don't fall for that trap. You'll be making a visit to HR Monday morning before you know it. The 0-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. Go. The 0-2 swing, rips it into left field, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And the throw's going to come to second as they'll go station to station. I'm a little surprised they didn't send Hamilton, but they've got runners on the corners and nobody out. Of course, they know this stadium better than anybody. And trailing by 3, the last thing you want to do, oh, I see what happened now. Hamilton drifted back towards second base thinking that ball was going to get fielded. So by the time he headed to third, he had no real shot of making it. So here comes the top of the order. Tying run standing at home. And the first pitch is a 4-seam fastball. Up top for a strike, it's 0-1. Jarren Duran belted a 2-run shot to get the scoring going last night for the Red Sox. It was to dead center. The 0-1, 97, high and out of the zone. 1-1. Schwellenbach sitting at just 28 pitches, so he's okay on that mark, but he seems like he's struggling with control this inning. 1-1 count. 95. That was right there on the zone, and I don't know what the hell home plate umpire Tom Hanahan, we've had him several times before, and he is not good. 100% of that ball was in the zone. The 2-1. Check swing. Did he go around? They say he didn't. 3-1. And absolutely nothing coming from the dugout. I mean, what does it take for them to stand up for their players? 3-1 count. Schwelly flips it over to first. Infield is back into the right. On a 3-1 count to the leadoff hitter. Dangerous bat here. 5 for 9 in the series. That pitch is down and in ball 4, and he'll walk the bases loaded, nobody out. Just like the Braves had in inning number 1, could only come up with 2 runs, and we'll see what Boston does here. They've got Rafael Devers coming to the plate. Of course, we all saw Devers slam it into the right field seats to walk it off yesterday. First pitch. Splitter down and in, misses, 1-0. This be a good time to go talk to Schwellenbach, but instead you got coming from the dugout. The 1-0 swing, that ball smoked. She gone. Jammed it right down his throat, and a grand slam. And the Braves, once again, have choked away an early lead here in Fenway. Four to 3 your score, a grand slam by Devers. And there's still nobody out in the inning. Schwellenbach back to work. Still nobody comes out of the dugout. Are you kidding me? First pitch right there is a strike. It's 0-1. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Another one. Mentioned it earlier. The pitch that Hamilton hit for a double to lead off the inning, same pitch right down Main Street. And I said when he did it earlier, someone would think he popped that ball's leaving the yard. Well, he threw it to Devers and learned a lesson he'll never forget. The 1-1 is right there. First strike, it's 1-2. 1-2 count. Down and away. 2-2. We talked about this in the pregame, but no matter how many runs the Braves have in this park, it's not going to be enough. What has Snicker got on his lip? A cold sore or something? He been out carousing the town? The 2-2. 98. Off the plate. Full count. It's either a cold sore or a busted lip. He did something he shouldn't have done in Boston. The payoff pitch from Schwellenbach. Swing, lifts it into left field, going towards the Green Monster, but Harris will make the catch. One down. That home run by Devers, by the way, 442 feet. One down here in the inning, and Abreu, first pitch, fouls it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, swats it back, foul. 0-2. 0-2 count. Pitch from Schwellenbach. Swing, fouls it back. 97. We'll do it again. Abreu lined out his first time up. The 0-2. Turns. Fires. Swing and a miss, strike three. Slider got him. 2 down. So 2 away. Here in the bottom of the third, Braves trail 4-3. High scoring affair already. Here comes Trevor Story. First pitch on the way. 97, well off the plate. It's 1-0. The 1-0. 96 at the knees. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over towards short. Allen's got it, fires it to first, and he'll get him by about a step or so. That'll end the inning, but not before a grand slam gives the Red Sox the lead. Schwellenbach struggling in Beantown. Mac McGee.
And I, we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor.
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
it is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help,
Braves Country Radio.
and it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
If you join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help? There's room on our team for you.
Boston Americans lead the Red Stockings 4-3 as we head to the fourth inning. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris II. Is outside wide. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0 pitch. Swing ripped over to second. Easy 4-3 put out, and Harris 0 for 2 to start his day. These same two teams will meet up at the end of the month in Atlanta, May 30th through June 1st. You got a night game, an afternoon game, and a day game in that one. First pitch on the way to Eli White is 95, right there on the inner track. It's 0-1. The 0-1. The screen is a touch behind, but nothing I can do about it. The 0-1 swung on, banged over to third. Easy 5-3 put out, 2 down. 2 away. Try to see if it'll straighten up this time. That'll bring up the right-handed bat of Nick Allen. Nick takes the first pitch. Right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. He walked his first time up. The 0-1. Swing lifted into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a good piece of hitting by Little Nicky. We've got a runner at first with 2 outs. Now you got to do it the opposite way when you think about this game. Trailing, might have to be aggressive on those base paths to try to get the game knotted up before we end up in a rain delay. I think we've got a little bit of time before it comes, but it's definitely heading this direction. First pitch to Verdugo, 95 out wide, 1-0. Allen stole second his first time up. See if he may do that again. Get in position for Verdugo to drive him in. Alex is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. The 1-0. Right down Main Street. 95 above the knees. 1-1. One count. Bit of an open stance by Verdugo from the left side. Pitch on the way. Swing. That ball's chopped down the third base line. That's a fair ball. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Nick Allen will slam the brakes at second. We'll go station to station. Jaron Duran did a great job of getting to that ball. Quickly. If it goes down for a little bit, Allen may even score. Two on, two out. So you're going to have a quick chat on the mound between Wong. I believe that's the pitching coach, Bailey, out there to talk to him. Austin Riley, the batter. Home plate umpire Hanahan goes up there to break up the scuttlebutt. Riley looking to try to tie this game up or more. First and second, 2 outs. Good speed at second. Play Pepper with that green monster out there. The first pitch on the way. 97 right down the track. 0-1. Bayo's will be at 60 pitches on this next one. The 0-1 to Riley. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-2. That was a hanging slider, too. He couldn't time it up. If he times that thing up, that thing's at least getting to the wall. The 0-2. Swing. That ball's rifled down the left field line. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. It goes up off the monster, and Nick Allen comes home to score to tie the game 4-4. Good piece of hitting by Riley.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Smoked it down the left field line. They were playing him pretty much straight away, out in left. Duran did a great job of catching that ball off the wall and firing it to second. So Riley with just a long single, but it is an RBI single, and the game is tied 4-4. That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. Can he maybe pepper it off that green monster? First pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-1. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. The 0-1. Righty-lefty. Pitch on the way. Inside. 1-1. Runners on the corners. Riley at first. Verdugo at third. A single scores one in the gap. With these gaps here, you could have two. The 1-1. Swing, chops it. Back to the mound, and Bayo will flip it to first, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Braves tie it up. It's 4-4. Bottom four we go here in Beantown.
If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, face only, no hair extensions, your natural hair, your natural face, what would you give yourself?
Interesting. 8.
Nope.
No?
No. How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that on my channel. You get your big fat on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
Yes, I will be your ballsy guard. From now on, I'm Kevin Costner, your balls are Whitney Houston.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Whitney Houston?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Whitney's dead?
Yeah.
Oh! How's Michael Jackson taking it?
Y'all, I think one of my most toxic traits is saving a bunch of videos of food recipes on Instagram that I am never gonna make.
Coco, when mommy says stop, you say okay.
I'm just a baby.
But you still had to say okay, mom.
I'm just a baby.
For the second time in 4 years, the Cardinals were going to the World Series. And this time, they'd face off against Whitey Herzog's old club, the Kansas City Royals.
They were a good club. They had speed. They didn't have a lot of power, a lot like us.
Fast forward to Game 6. The Cardinals have a 3-2 series lead and are up 1-0 in the 9th inning, 3 outs away from a championship. But then, Cardinal fans would be introduced to a name that would echo in their minds forever.
Don Denkinger. Don Denkinger. Don Denkinger.
Yeah.
Little squibber to the right side. Worrell races over to cover. The throw doesn't get him.
Todd Worrell makes a great athletic play in catching the ball and staying on the bag, and he's called safe.
Looks like he's out. Oh, yes. Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Look up.
First pitch from Schwellenbach is nowhere near the zone to Toro. It's 1-0, the 1-0. 96 right there, smacks the black on the outer edge, evens it up at 1-1. Reds and Guardians are tied at 0 apiece. They're in the third. The 1-1 swing and a miss. 1-2. The Mets tonight take on the Yankees on Sunday Night Baseball if you're looking for nighttime action. The 1-2 lifted into left center field, coming over, making the running catch is Michael the Hawk Harris. 75% of the world is covered by water, the rest by Michael. Other games going on in your out-of-town scoreboard. Man, the Orioles, they are just pathetic. 7-0. Nationals all over them. First pitch on the way is banged on the ground to Riley. It's going to be a quick 5-3 put-out, 2 down. Fired their manager the other day. Usually you get a little bump, right? You get a team gets a little plays inspired, kind of like what the Braves walked into in Pittsburgh the other day. They have done nothing since his firing. And they're getting shut out by Mike Soroka. That's all you need to know about what's going on in Baltimore. First pitch on the way, 96 at the knees. It's 0-1. That's a team that's just going through the motions. Pittsburgh and Philly, they are tied at 0 in the 5th. The 0-1. That ball's going to get sliced into left field. And the weak-hitting David Hamilton is 2 for 2 on the day. He got it going last inning when the Red Sox put a 4 spot on the board. Other games going on, Rangers 3-0 over the Astros. They're already in the 7th. And I don't know how that's possible because that game, oh, I'm sorry, it's the Roku game. They started that game early. I was about to say, they normally start that game around 2. Schwellenbach turns around and flips it over to first. So they probably started that around 1 o'clock Eastern. 12 local time. They quit doing those games extremely early, but they're still pretty early. First pitch after that is on the way. The ball is going to go wide of the bag. The base is stolen, and good hustle by Allen. Fires it to third, and Hamilton gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so a terrible throw by Baldwin ends up paying dividends. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Suspect's mustache is darker than the gray hairs on her head.
Suspect weighs 370 pounds and was surprised to learn he has a fat neck roll in the back of his head.
Suspect wanted me to make a video roasting her while we ran, but she's going to go inside and cry about it afterwards.
You guys, we haven't been drinking since we quarantined ourselves into the bar, at least since we got stuck in the bathroom.
Oh, that's right. Wait. So what are you saying? That we'd never had the flu? We were just having alcohol withdrawal?
Yeah.
Alcohol withdrawals? That's great!
Is it great? It means we're all alcoholics.
Yeah. Right.
A popular YouTuber has called Dublin a hole. Hey now, nobody's allowed to call Dublin a
all except us. I don't give a if you used to be in prison. Actually, I do. I've gone too far and I'm scared now. He walked through some of the most dangerous neighbourhoods. That's not how you do tourism. But there are lots of beautiful parts of Dublin, and I will not have this slander. But just to be clear, I won't fight you about it.
It was just a gut blow to lose the way we did in the playoffs. As great as the year was and as much success as we had during the whole season, just going home left kind of a sour taste in your mouth.
To me, the early Greg Maddux is a fascinating thing because you can actually see development year after year after year. It was a huge story because he wins the 92 Cy Young, and now he's at his peak, and of course that's right when he goes into free agency.
Back at the All-Star break, the Cubs offered me a 3-year deal. I remember saying, I just made the All-Star team. It's got to be worth a little something more now, right? And they said, well, you've never won 20 games or the Cy Young, so we can't pay you more money. So I said no.
Please like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Top of the 5th we go. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna's a sinker right down Main Street. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup, the 0-1 pitch. 94. Kisses the black on the outer edge. It's 0-2. Rubber match of the 3-game series. Braves won the first one 4-2 on Friday night. 7-6, Boston walked it off on Saturday as the 0-2 pitches in the dirt 1-2. And we're already 4-4 here in Fenway. The 1-2, infield back into the left. Here's the pitch, outside wide, trying to chase that slider again. 2-2. So he went sinker, and then slider away. The 2-2. Down and in, changeup, full count. Marcell Ozuna sitting at 7 home runs on the year after his blast last night. The payoff pitch to the Big Zoo. Inside, ball 4. So a good at bat there by Marcell, and he'll head on down to first. And your Atlanta Braves put the leadoff runner, or put the go-ahead run on first base, the leadoff man. That'll bring Drake Baldwin to the plate. First pitch to the Drake. 85 outside. It's 1-0. Highest slugging percentage in the majors since April 3rd. 1-0. Swung on. Baltimore chopper back behind the mound. 1-1. So it's a little deceiving because he hasn't had near the at-bats that the other guys have, so it always evens that out. But it's not nothing that he's doing this and not getting everyday at-bats, because it's very difficult to come off the bench cold like that. 1-1 count. Outside wide, changeup misses, ball 2, 2-1. Braves 4, Sox 4, top 5, 1 on, nobody out, the infield back into the right, the 2-1 swing, that ball's laced into center field, and that's down for a base hit, and the Drake just keeps putting the hits on.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
The Drake is good. Line drive single up the middle. And Drake Baldwin moves Marcell to second. Still nobody out. And Ozzie Albies will stand in. Open stance from the left side. First pitch. Changeup well off the plate. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Swing, rattles it back, foul. 1-1. Starting to rain as we suspected it would. It's gotten here a little earlier. It's just a light drizzle right now. Not an official game yet either. The 1-1 swatted deep down the foul line. 1-2. Boston being the home team and not having the lead right now, we'd have to get through 5, get to the 6th inning before this would be considered official. The 1-2 to Ozzie. Down and in. Did he go around? He did not. 2-2. Two count. The pitch from Bayo. In the dirt. Ball 3, 3-2. Full count now. Ozzie Albies digging in. The payoff pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Good at bat by the Wiz. And the bases are now loaded once again. Ducks all over the pond. And Andrew Bailey, the pitching coach, going out there to talk to him again. I mean, he might as well just put a lawn chair out there because he's been out there about 19 times in this series. This is what it looks like when you have a pitching coach and a manager that's actually proactive. I'm in shell shock to see someone go out to the mound that much. Schwellenbach gave up a home run. A grand slam, but nobody out. We still didn't get a trip to the mound. Sometimes you need to go there just to give them a breather because of the pitch clock. First pitch on the way to Harris is 89 changeup off the mark. It's 1-0. Talked about one of the keys to the game today about how getting those walks from Bayo, and he's dialed them up again. Brian Bayo today is the 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. He has walked now 4 guys. Two-0 count. They might have just been going out there for a trip to the mound to hope for rain. The 2-0 to Harris. Down and below the knees, 3-0. So he's in danger of walking a run in. There is movement up in the Red Sox bullpen, but it looked like someone was just starting to get, the left-hander's just, I believe that's Sean Newcomb, just starting to get moving. The 3-0. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. An RBI walk for Harris. The bases will stay juiced. That's pretty interesting. First pitch on the way is a sinker off the plate. I mean, he is having a hard time finding the zone right now. It's 1-0. Don't make this outing give you a wrong impression of Bayo. He's a good young pitcher, but 1-0 finally gets a strike. He gets a bit of a Bronx cheer there from the Red Sox faithful. Eli 0 for 2 with the strikeout and the ground out. The 1-1. Inside 2-1. I mean, if you are Eli White, I think you got to continue until he throws a second strike. The wind's blowing straight out. If you get into one, you're going to get some help there, but the 2-1, high and out of the zone, 3-1. So a full count, or excuse me, a 3-1 count. The bases are full is what I was trying to say. Like, change the view. So if the ball does go in play, you'll see it. The 3-1 to Eli. Swing! That ball slapped into center field. That is down for a base hit. 1 run will score. It's 6-4, and your Atlanta Braves bring Baldwin home, and the bases are still juiced. You got Verdugo on deck and Allen coming to the plate. I would say they're probably going to have Bayo face one more batter and then bring the lefty in, Sean Newcomb, to face Doogie. Because at that point, you'd have 2 lefties in the next 3. First pitch on the way to Allen. He spins around as the sinker misses inside. It's 1-0. Bayo's also at 90 pitches now here in the top of the 5th. Braves lead at 6-4. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. 96 on the edge. 1-1. 1-1 count. Allen 1 for 1 with a walk, a single, a run, a stolen base. That's the equivalent of the cycle for him. 1-1. Swing lifts it into right field. Drifting back. Making the catch at the warning track. And firing it back into the infield. But on the play, Ozzie comes home to score. Nick Allen with the RBI. The runner at second goes to third. And your Atlanta Braves have runners on the corners. A 3-run lead and just 1 away. And I'd say that probably is it. It is. Here comes Cora. We'll see Sean Newcomb, an old friend, for the first time in a long time when we return. Braves, get it going here. Come on, rain, rain, go away. Come back another day. On this date in 1893, Philadelphia Phillies outfielder Billy Hamilton becomes the first player to hit both a leadoff and walk-off home run in the same game, when he cranks a 2-run homer off Al Mall, giving the team an 11-9 victory over Washington at the Philadelphia baseball grounds. 74 years later, Vic Power will become the first modern player to duplicate the Hall of Famer's performance, accomplishing the rare feat for the 1957 Athletics with a 10th inning round tripper against the Orioles, played in Kansas City Municipal Stadium. And on this date, 1906, I guess the unwritten rules weren't written yet, as Ty Cobb at Philadelphia's Columbia Park breaks up Rube Waddell's no-hitter. The Georgia Peach spoils the Southpaw's no-no with the bunt single, and the Tigers 5-0 loss to the Athletics. And on this date in 1939, Princeton beats Columbia 2-1 in the first ever televised sporting event in a 10-inning contest at Baker Field. W2XBS, an experimental station in New York City, airs the 2-hour and 15-minute telecast, available to fewer than 400 TV sets. The New York Times wrote on that day, quote, "The ball was seldom seen except on bunts and infield plays, close to the camera, stationed between third and home plate." First pitch on the way is just off the plate by Sean Newcomb to Alex Verdugo. It's 1-0. That's debatable. That looked like that pitch hit. The 1-0. Lefty. Down below the knees. 2-0. Hanahan must not have gotten the memo that the rain is coming. Both of those pitches, you could argue, hit the strike zone. The first one definitely did. 100% of the ball was in that zone. The 2-0. 91 at the knees. 2-1. 2-1 count. Sean Newcomb, former Atlanta Brave. I always liked Newcomb. The 2-1 pitch. Down and away. 3-1. Newcomb with a 3.51 ERA. He started out as a starter, and they put him in the pen this year. He was doing pretty well in the spring. The season started, it all fell apart. The 3-1 swing rattles it back foul. I always thought he'd be a pretty good bullpen piece, because his biggest problem was he could never master a third and fourth pitch, but he's got a decent fastball. He's got a good bender. If he just focused on those two pitches, it seems like he'd be pretty hard to square up, especially for lefties. The 3-2. Inside ball 4. So Verdugo, great job of working the bases loaded. That'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. Newcomb, 31-year-old. He's from Brockton, Massachusetts. First pitch on the way is a slow curveball. Down and in. 1-0. Played for the Braves from 2017 to 2022 when he was traded away to the Cubs. 1-0. Swing ripped over towards third. Jumps up, fires it to second, and it's going to be a 5-4-3 inning-ending, rally-killing double play. Great play by Bregman. Not many could make that play. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
If you're thinking about abandoning your wife and kid, this is a great time of year to do so. From what I've seen on the Hallmark Channel, a young, wealthy bachelor businessman is going to swoop into town around Christmas and be willing to give up everything for a middle-aged single mom in debt with no future. This guy's going to be like, why would I want to run my father's billion-dollar business when I could decorate Christmas trees for a living and exist in poverty? Sure, we won't be able to afford groceries, but we can get our calories by sipping hot chocolate. What I'm trying to say is leaving your wife and kid is one of the most romantic things you can do.
Ma'am, why did you park here?
Because that sign says fine for parking.
Suspect has a mouthful of teeth like chiclets.
As soon as suspect gets a cough, he thinks he's out for the whole day.
When suspect twerks, it looks like an uncooked chicken shaking.
Suspect is already out of breath and he just started.
Suspect has a skin tag for a pinky toe. It's not.
You know what your problem is? Your standards are too high.
I went out with you.
That's because my standards are too low.
First day of free agency, the Cubs made me an offer. Sure enough, it was the same offer they made at the All-Star break, and kind of brought up the, well, you said I never won 20 games or a Cy Young, that's why you can't pay me more. Well, I just did it. And they said no. Then I knew it was time to find another place to play.
At some point along the way, it seemed that the Cubs were cooling on him, which is, they'll never live that down.
His agent was Scott Boras, and I think, as we've seen, if these Boras clients get on the market at 26, 27, it's going to be an auction.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by the Red Sox. Rafaela to start the inning, and it's a grounder over to short. Allen had it with ease. It's a 6-3 putout. One away. One down, we'll flip the lineup over. Pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Misses, 1-0. Schwellenbach trying to get through this fifth inning. The 1-0 swing, lifts it into center field. Deep center field, but Harris will be there just right there at the warning track. 2 down. Love a really quick inning. Already 2 down here in the fifth. Get out of this and make it an official ball game. Two quick outs, and that'll bring Rafael Devers, who has done the damage today, a grand slam. He's 1 for 2. First pitch on the way. Cutter. Inside. It's 0-1. Reds lead the Guardians 2-0 in the fifth. I still want to say Indians, and I know it's been years since that's been their name. But I see that that C logo, it's the first thing I think of. The 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. No, Schwellenbach's a little gun shy here, but you kind of have to be aggressive because the last thing you want to do is put runners on the bump. Is the 2-1. Pops it up down the left field line. Is it going to be caught? It's going to be caught by Verdugo. They both had lost it in the sky, and Verdugo stuck his glove out and said, "Look what I found." That'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3. We needed a quick one. We'll be back in a flash. The 6th inning we head to.
Stop acting like a hood rat and bring your ass home. You been gone for 3 damn days, 4 days, like you don't care nothing about nobody. Like you don't use this no more. So get your ass home, because I had cooked neck bone, I had cooked ham hock and pinto bean and buttermilk cornbread yesterday, waiting on you to bring your ass home. You out running around with your hood rat ass buddies.
Newsflash, communists. Here in America, we catch fish, okay? Man, out there in London, England, you can't even wipe your ass without the king telling you what to do. Sorry, England, but in America, we like to live in nature, okay? We like to fish and live off the land like the founding fathers intended, man. This is what George Washington and Lewis and Clark had in mind when they invented this world, okay? Sorry, but this is the land of the free, baby. This is the home of the brave. So next time you talk about communist England and having a king, try to remember what it's like to catch a fish for once in your life. Come on, man.
That was the first and only Game 7 I've ever attended in person. I don't know how to describe it, but there's just a palpable sense of urgency, nervousness, anxiety, excitement, and that's from the fans. I mean, I can't even imagine being on the field.
A capacity crowd here at Busch Stadium on a cool, crisp evening.
The energy that people bring to the ballpark, we knew that we were in Game 7 and we had a chance to win it all. That was a special day.
You play a whole season, a championship series, and you come down, the two teams have their two best pitchers working. It's just perfect.
Starting pitchers, Pete Vukovich for Milwaukee, Joaquin Andujar, sore knee and all, for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We start at the top of the 6th with Sean Newcomb firing a strike at the knees of Matt Olson. It's 0-1. The 0-1 lifts it high and deep, heading towards the Green Monster. Is it going to leave? It bounces off the top, and Matt Olson standing at second. I believe it stayed in the park. We'll have to double check that. Looked like it hit the top of the wall, then bounced back in.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Take another look at this real quick. I think the Braves want to challenge this. Angle they're showing on the Braves cam isn't a great one, but the one they're showing on Boston, they probably get this a lot. It looks like it hits that red stripe at the top, and I believe in Fenway, I'm almost positive that's a home run. It looks like it hit that very top of the red striping. Let's see, double check. They keep showing the replay after the ball hit the top on the Atlanta cast, but on the Boston cast, and they're just probably used to seeing this all the time with, see, looks like it looks like a home run. That's the short of it. There's a fan sitting up there saying it's a home run, but realize guy sitting next to him looks like his dad's wearing a Brave shirt. It hit the very top of that. That looks like, and I'm pretty sure that red stripe that they have at the very top of the green monster, from my understanding, that is always home run, because we did a tour at that stadium a couple of years ago. We went to watch the Braves and Red Sox, and I remember someone specifically asking about that. And if the person giving the, they're going to call it a double, I guess. It looked like it hit that red striping at the top. And the Boston broadcasters are agreeing, but they didn't change the ruling, so. Bad call by New York, essentially. I'm not going to blame that on the guys in the stadium. That's a hard thing to see that far away. First pitch on the way is a strike on the outer edge to Marcell Ozuna. It's 0-1. That replay booth is in New York. Who knows, there might be a Red Sox fan in there in charge of it today. The 0-1. Inside for a strike, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. That'll be the 8th double of the year for Matt Olson. The 0-2 pitch misses, 1-2. Curveball in the dirt. Ozuna's 1 for 2 with a walk, a run, an RBI. He went big fly last night. We could use one here. The 1-2. Bender up top, caught looking, strike 3. Second time today that Ozuna with 2 strikes has taken strike 3. That's something Tim Heyer's got to fix. You got to get to that mindset of with 2 strikes, not to be so choosy. If it's near the zone, you got to swing. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is a sinker. Right there on the outer edge, it's 0-1. Baldwin 2 for 3 on the day with a run and an RBI. The 0-1 swing, slices it towards left center field. That ball is going to be caught at the warning track. They're going to fire it to second base, trying to double up Olson, but he's back in time. Plenty of time, 2 down. We know 3 runs is not enough. Braves looking to scratch that extra run across here. It'll be up to Ozzie Albies from the right side this time. First pitch on the way to Ozzie. Curveball down and in. 1-0. 1-0. Comes set and brings it. 81, slurve off the edge, 2-0. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. Another slurve, this time fouled back, 2-1. Braves 7, Red Sox 4, top of the 6th. Braves with a rare off day tomorrow. Enjoy it, y'all. The 2-1, outside wide, 3-1. Unfortunately for the Braves players, they're not heading home to enjoy that off day with family. They'll be heading to Washington, D.C. tonight to start a 3-game set against the Nationals on Tuesday. The 3-1, swing. That ball's banged down the third baseline. Foul. Full count. But nonetheless, they'll enjoy the day off, a little rest, and take in the town Maybe see some of the sights there in D.C. They expected a pitcher's duel today in Pittsburgh, and that's what they got. The 3-2 swing and a missed strike 3. More on the Pirates-Phillies and the rookie coming up for the Phillies when we come back here on Braves Country.
Why would my own brain try to ruin my own day? Like, whose side are you on?
So the Irish invented Halloween, as we all know. We also invented St. Patrick's Day and calling in sick to work after you've been drinking. All the best holidays come from us. Yesterday, I carved a pumpkin for Halloween, and a lot of Irish people got pissed off at me. Oh, that's what the Americans do. He's a f***ing Yankee Doodle now. It's traditional for the Irish to carve turnips. I'm not gonna do it. They're terrifying. The pumpkin is mischievous. He's cheeky. At worst, maybe gets into a few shenanigans. I don't care if it's Gaelic pagan tradition. I need to sleep at night. The Americans are right about this. I'm giving it to them. This and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups were good ideas.
Suspect can't keep a man for over 3 months. Suspect runs like a 10-year-old girl. What? No, I don't. Suspect thinks she's bougie, but she really don't have the money to be bougie. Suspect can't go stay with friends because he's such a mama's boy.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't tell me what to do.
How many clubs do you have to wonder will pursue Greg Maddux?
They brought us in a room and put us all around a table. And Ted Turner, the owner of the Atlanta Braves, he come in, go, well, now, fellas, he goes, we got one big bullet to shoot, you know. And we're all sitting there going, yeah, that means one free agent to sign, one big contract. And they said either Maddux or Bonds. And, of course, they asked me, and I said, well, I'm going to take Maddux. I'm a pitching coach, for crying out loud. It came down to Bobby Cox.
Just Maddux, just Maddux.
Bobby said if we added him to the starting rotation that we already had in place, we'd never have a losing streak.
Other teams started jumping in. The Yankees seemed to be the favorite at one point. They came in with the most money, as the Yankees will.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Alex Bregman takes the first pitch for a strike. Start off the bottom of the inning of the 6th. Next one's followed up with a ball just inside. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Misses. Ball 2, 2-1. Schwellenbach had just 64 pitches, incredibly low. Though he has given up the 4 runs, the 2-1, 93, high and out of the zone, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Schwellenbach struggling with his control to start off this inning. 3-1, 95 right down the pipe, 3-2. This is a tie game. Bregman's probably swinging at that. He's trying to work his way aboard. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it into center field. Drifting over, making the running catch is Harris for a long out, number 1. This is an official game now. So that we have cleared. .67 pitches in. I mean, you could see him going 7, maybe even 8 if there's no rain. That's assuming he can get his control down. First pitch, curveball, nowhere near the zone. High and wide, it's 1-0. He has really struggled with that curveball today, amongst others. The 1-0. Swing lifts that. Just got underneath it. It'll be a fly ball to right. Easy catch by Eli. Quickly 2 down. 2 down. If he gets a quick out here, he'll be heading to the 7th inning with about 70 pitches thrown. Braves bullpen is sitting there chilling, waiting for the call. First pitch to Story, who's 0 for 2. 93, grabs the edge, doesn't get the call. Bad call by home plate umpire Tom Hanahan. Once again, it's 1-0. Say about 85% of that ball was in the zone. The 1-0. Swing, rifles it back, foul. 97 on the black. It's 1-1. Braves 7, Red Sox 4, bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 swing, fouls it back. It's 1-2. Off day tomorrow, and then we go to Washington for 3. Remember, all 3 of those games, 6:45 first pitch. We'll come on about 6 p.m. all 3 days and get you ready. The Braves Country today will be Tuesday at noon. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the splitter. That'll end the inning. 1-2-3. Schwellenbach, he's making it look difficult, but he's cruising realistically. Giving up 4, but it's gone 6 with a low count. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
She don't hear half the that I tell her, you know.
Yeah, because the way you talk is stupid.
Well, if you don't hear it, how do you know it's stupid?
Suspect seen running since the first time she was 12.
Suspect had so many boyfriends in high school that we mixed up their names.
Suspect can't go in public without sharding.
Suspect is 23 and still sleeps with the bubby.
His name's Buddy. Suspect's daughters have to buy her sneaker balls for Christmas because her feet stink.
Oh, that's private!
Hey, I don't know if y'all knew this already, but stopping to get gas in the morning on the way to work instead of doing it the night before is probably one of the worst decisions you can make as a fully grown adult.
Are we the only family in America that has this drawer full of cheese that never fully gets used and they just mold because you buy more cheese thinking that you need cheese whenever you have a whole drawer full of cheese?
Other teams started jumping in. The Yankees seemed to be the favorite at one point. They came in with the most money, as the Yankees will.
The Yankees looked like they were going to win the bidding. In fact, they did win the bidding.
Yeah, went to New York and thought I was going to be a Yankee.
But there's one thing nagging him. Greg had only pitched in the National League and had this great institutional memory and knowledge of facing National League hitters.
It's more about where than how much at the time. I knew the National League. I knew all the hitters. Atlanta had just went to the last 2 World Series. They had a good young staff. They were going to keep winning, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Greg's major goal of free agency and reaching it and pursuing it was to put himself in the best position to win a world championship.
And I asked Scott, I go, Scott, do your Scott and do the best you can for Atlanta. That's where I want to play. So I got on the plane, and by the time I landed in Vegas, 3 hours later, I had a deal with the Braves.
Welcome back. First pitch to Harris was a ball way outside the zone, and the second one followed up even further away from him. It's 2-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sean Newcomb, his 25th pitch of the day. That one's a cutter off the edge. Ball 3-0. Braves trying to work their way aboard via the free pass once again. The 3-0. Right down the pipe, 3-1. Boston Red Sox today. 5 from Bayo, 1 from Newcomb. It's a 3-1 rattled foul, 3-2. Have given away 6 free passes. Talking about that pitching matchup in Philadelphia today, Pirates trail the Phillies 1-0 in the 8th. It was Paul Skeens versus the rookie Mick Abel. The 3-2 swing, fouls it down the line. Do it again. Abel was definitely able. He went 6 innings with 9 strikeouts versus the Pirates. Skeens went 6 with 7 strikeouts. He gave up 1 run, and that's the difference. The 3-2 pitch. Inside almost gets him, ball 4. He'll head on down to first. And Harris works his way aboard with another free pass, number 7 on the day for the Braves. And that'll bring Eli White to the plate. Eli shows bunt, curveball at the knees. 0-1. That's a perfect pitch to bunt on if you want to bunt. He pulled it back. Marlins lead the Rays 3-1 in the Battle of the Sunshine State as the 0-1 swing and a miss. 0-2. Brewers 4-1 over the Red Hot Twins there in the fourth. Cardinals on quite the tear of their own right. They're tied at 1 with the Royals in the fourth. Cubs and White Sox are tied at 1 in the fifth. The 0-2 slap back foul. Clean that screen up for you and keep an eye on Michael as he's leaning towards second. Nationals 8-3 over the Orioles. They're heading to the seventh inning there. The 0-2 punches that foul. We'll do it again. Astros and Rangers. Houston has taken a 4-3 lead there in the eighth. Games later today, A's and Giants at 4:05. Dodgers and Angels at 4:10 is the 0-2. Swing, that ball's slapped over towards first. Diving catch by Toro. Good defensive play. One away. Good job by Michael to not get doubled up there. He punched it right where you want to put it because there's nobody over there. Toro had to fly to make that backhanded grab. One on, one out. First pitch to Allen is a 92-mile-an-hour sinker up top. 0-1. Rockies and Diamondbacks. And did you see that game last night? The 0-1 slurve misses, 1-1. 14-12 was the final. Rockies were down big in that game. Came roaring back to get their 8th win of the year. Rockies and Diamondbacks will finish off that series at 4:10 today, as will the Mariners and Padres. The 1-1, sinker in the dirt, 2-1. And then tonight, get your popcorn ready. They're in the Bronx. Mets and Yankees. And Max Fried's on the bump versus the New York Metropolitans. 2-1 count. Allen 1 for 1 with a single, a run, an RBI, a stolen base. Slurve outside wide. Ball 3, 3-1. Standing on deck is the top of the order. The 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Hits it back up the middle. It bounces off the glove of Newcomb, but not enough to derail the ball to go into the glove of the second baseman. Hamilton steps on the bag, and it's going to be a 4-3 double play. God dog it. That's some bad luck there. We'll be back in a flash.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Me out to the ball. Me out to the top. Find me something up and crack the jack. I don't care if I have to get back on the street.
Welcome back. Abraham Toro takes the first pitch off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. 93 out wide, 2-0. Schwellenbach is sitting at 75 pitches. We begin the seventh. The 2-0 swing. That ball's lifted high and deep into right center field. Michael Harris will make the catch just before that big warning track hitting towards the 420 mark. One down. This game moves fairly quickly. I just looked at the radar during the break. They should be able to get this one in. And the rain that is coming doesn't look nearly as formidable as it did earlier in the day. First pitch on the way, 94. Right there on the outer cut, it's 0-1. Looks like that light rain, that very light green that you see on the radar that sometimes is rain, sometimes it's just dark clouds. The 0-1 chops it down the third base side over the head of Riley. That's going to be an infield single. That's some bad luck right there. It was a Baltimore chopper that popped over Riley's head as he was playing even with the bag with the speed at home plate. Allen stopped it from getting very far into left field to keep him to just a one bag. But it'll be an infield single for Connor Wong. It'll bring Hamilton to the plate. He's 2 for 2. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up. High in the sky, who wants it? Harris calls off Allen. Get out of here, Nicky. Harris makes the catch. F8, 2 down. Two away. That'll bring the right-handed bat of Rafael, the number 9 hitter. First pitch, 86, smacks the black on the inner track. It's 0-1. Runner at first, 2 outs. The 0-1 from Schwellenbach. Swing, chops it, back towards the mound. Schwelly's got it. He'll flip it at first, and that'll end the inning. So they get the infield single, but that's it. We head to the 8th. Schwellenbach starting to cruise. Maybe they'll leave him out there for the 8th inning. We'll be back in a flash. Low pitch count. It could be happening.
I just don't have the energy for this. I am unsubscribing from this drama.
John, your totals were 120 yards in 19 carries. What's your high? Do you keep track of how many carries you have in a game?
Well, my high will probably come in about another hour after the ball game. We'll have a few beers out in the parking lot, I'm hoping.
Y'all, I just saw a bubble skirt in real life for the very first time. And now I need to know how we outlaw them. I feel like I've been traumatized. I have never seen that much booty cheek on somebody that I wasn't married to or birthed. I'm just sitting in the parking lot. I was about to walk in Old Navy. I've seen him on the Lord's internet. I've never seen him out in the wild. I wouldn't think that you would wear that at 9:30 on a Saturday morning to the Bath and Body Works. It looked like she was wearing a scrunchie. Holy moly, it's a waist scrunchie. I think a scrunchie would cover up more. Is this what we're doing now? I do not want to participate. Count me out.
I literally was in bed. It was late at night, and the news came across that we got Greg. And I sat up, and I'm like, we just got a whole lot better.
I think the signing of Greg Maddux made a big difference for our ball club. He's always been rated, if not the top pitcher in the National League, he's been right there. So it's a great staff. It's a lot of fun to run a quality starter out there night after night.
They had went to the last 2 World Series, and half the rotation was already on the All-Star team. Seemed like a no-brainer for me.
We had established ourselves as young pitchers, but that was the over-the-top move because it just took us to another level.
Well, I want to go out there and do the best that I can do. I'd love to help this team win the World Series. I mean, you can't pitch in October by yourself. You need some help, and this team has as much help as anybody.
Two more innings. Hold on this lead as Sean Newcomb's out to start the next inning with 2 lefties due up in the next 3. Verdugo takes the first pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. By all accounts, it looks like Schwellenbach will go out there for the 8th, but we'll see what they do. It's the 1-0 right there on the outer edge, 1-1. He's not getting the proverbial handshakes and attaboys and what you normally get when your day is done. The 1-1's foul back. It's 1-2. I just want to know, after that disaster that happened last night, how much longer do we have to wait for Craig Kimbrell to get the call back to the majors? You're not going to convince me that he's worse than everybody else on that bullpen. Is the 1-2 slurve inside 2-2. He's had a really good outings. By the way, did y'all see that Ronald Acuna Jr. hit a 420-foot blast last night? Is the 2-2 slurve inside, full count. He also, and this might be more impressive, he had 4 walks last night. Payoff pitch, swing, fists it foul. We'll do it again. Now, I don't know how many of those were intentional, but Acuna getting a good eye on the ball and working the count, that's as impressive as the 420 home run. The payoff pitch, swing, rattles it back foul. We'll do it again. Full count. Newcomb at 46 pitches now. Will Benson just hit another home run. That's his 4th in as many days. The 3-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again once again. Reds lead the Guardians in the 6th inning. It's now 3-0. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball slapped towards right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Doogie got himself aboard once again. He got it going early today with a leadoff single. He's back on.
What's going on? Blood pressure's coming up. The pulse is getting stronger. Get the OR ready. We've got a live one going and we want him to stay that way.
He's now 3 for 4. First pitch by Riley is swung on and swatted off the green monster. It's going to get down. Verdugo heading towards second and bolts towards third as the throw heads to second. And we got runners on the corners. Nobody out.
You're my boy, Blue!
And the ice house coming to the dish. Newcomb set to face Olsen. This may be his last batter, but you never know. They might just have him take one for the team. Depends on what happens here. First pitch on the way, swing, swats it back, foul. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Swing! That ball's hammered towards center field. Making the run and catches Rafaela in the gap, but that will bring home a run in your Atlanta Braves. The Ice House RBI.
This is Ice House.
8-4 lead.
Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Long fly ball there to deep right field. Riley stays at first. Nozuna, an 8-4 lead, stands in. First pitch on the way. Curveball, well off the edge, called for a wide, strike one. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Ozuna, who struck out twice looking today. Pitch on the way. Slurve in the dirt. 1-1. He's also singled to center, and he's walked today. So 1 for 3 total, 2 for 9 in the series, a .262 batting average at this point in the season. Lefty-righty matchup. In the dirt, 2-1. I'd like to see Ozuna get a hold of one of these and pepper it against that green monster. Depending on how that Karen would play, Riley might even be able to score. The 2-1 to the Big Zoo. Swing! That ball's belted downtown. Going downtown. Holy cow, that thing left the building again. The Big Bear, the Big Zoo. .430 happy feet later, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 10-4 lead. His 8th home run of the year, 112 miles an hour off the bat, 430 happy feet, and it's 10-4. 10-4, good buddy. His second home run of the series, and both of them left the building. That'll bring the Drake to the plate. And Newcomb might be here to take one for the team at this point. First pitch on the way is a cutter up top. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Curveball at the knees. 1-1. Or he called that a strike. It's 0-2. 0-2 count inside, almost gets him with the slurve. 1-2. Braves 10. Boston 4. The 1-2. Swing! That ball's lifted into right field, going over, making the running catch is the right fielder Abreu. For a long out, number 2, he put a charge into that one. Two down now, and that'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. First pitch on the way to Ozzie. That ball's roasted down the left field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Ozzie smokes one, and he heads to second, and it's a 2-out double for the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
The hit parade keeps coming. Braves with 15 hits on the day, 10 runs. Michael Harris trying to get in on it. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss sinker down below the knees. It's 0-1. Harris 0 for 2 on the day. The 0-1. Slurve right down the outer edge. 0-2. Harris is the only man in the lineup today to not get a base hit. The 0-2. He ain't going to get it today. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase the slurve off the deck, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Go Bonzo. 3 more runs. 10-4, good buddy. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
It's a family pool, not a make-a-family pool. Separate.
What's for dinner? Pork chops. Pork chops. What else? Applesauce? Pork chops and applesauce. That's swell.
I got a lot of dudes in my comments. I got a lot of dudes in my DMs saying the wrong things. Don't tell me I'm hot. Don't tell me I'm pretty. Don't tell me I'm... Tell me you're sending me money. Keep it short and sweet.
There was a great story. Lisa Newhouse-Saxon, who was a colleague of mine at the LA Daily News, she was covering the Dodgers and the Angels at a time when female sports reporters were pretty much banned. They were shunned. And she was at a game in Cincinnati covering the Dodgers, and she wanted to go into the locker room to do a story about Mario Soto. And they kicked her out of the locker room. The Reds people just had enough and sent her back. So she was just depressed. And the next day she'd get on the team bus and Vin was sitting there and Vin said, come here, sit next to me. So she does. And Vin just said to her, without even saying what happened with the incident, he goes, who is it do you want to be like as a sports reporter? She goes, oh, this guy is so popular and this guy is really good. And Vin just said, you should really just be your authentic self. Just be Lisa. And from that, it gave her this great sense of confidence. And she actually she lived near him in Brentwood, and she went to church with him. He invited her to come to church with him, and it was just one of those blessings that you can't make up. And when Vin was inducted into the Baseball Reliquary, which is this great event we have out in Pasadena every year, Lisa did the acceptance speech for him and told that story. And I knew about that story, so Lisa just that was her go-to story about Vin, this tomboy who grew up listening and wanting to play baseball, and how everyone says don't meet your heroes, and she said no, this hero was much greater than all I could imagine.
Well, that'll Country Radio, your home for the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. That's going to be it for Schwellenbach. They did give him the boot, the 10-4 lead. I guess they decided enough was enough. First pitch on the way from Dylan Lee is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup, Duran and then Devers. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-1. Not a great performance for Schwellenbach, but it'll do. 7 innings, 3 strikeouts, 4 earned runs, including the grand slam and a walk. 6 hits allowed. The 0-2 misses, 1-2. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 10-15 and 0 for the Braves. 1-2 count. Fan just got a bat. Braves fan there, he's ecstatic. 1-2. 2-2. I don't know if that was Ozuna's bat. There's a couple of Braves fans. They handed her a bat. It doesn't look like it looks like it might be one of the fungo bats, but nonetheless, she's excited. The 2-2. Swing, rips it over to first. Olsen's got it. Lee's covering the bag. He'll make the grab. 1 away. One down. As Lee steps off the rubber. Devers digs in. Lee goes to work. First pitch. 95. Smacks the black on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1 in the dirt. 1-1. 1-1 count. I mean, she is ecstatic. I don't know what she's on Instagram or something right now, but she's going nuts with that bat that they gave her. 1-1 grabs the outer edge, 1-2. One-two count. Scotty Scheffler, by the way, the 4-stroke lead, 4 holes in. The 1-2 pitch is going to get slapped down the left field line and up against the wall, and that'll be a double for Devers. So his team may not come out victorious, but he's got a home run, a grand slam, albeit, and he's got a double to his credit today. Just hit it down against the defense. They were playing him to pull, and he slapped it down the left field line. Devers 2 for 4 now. A .289 batting average. First pitch on the way, 92. On the outer edge to Bregman, 0-1. The 0-1. Rocks and fires, 93 up top. quickly 0-2. Braves off tomorrow, and then we'll head to Washington on Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern for you Country Club members. Braves Country today, the 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. Those who are not Country Club members, we're going to put it on Facebook and on TikTok, so you can watch it there. The 1-2 count. Swing, lifts it, pops it up. Can of corn. Ozzie making the catch in very shallow right field. Just past the infield dirt. 2 down. Braves 4 defensive outs away from winning the series. And climbing back a game above 500, heading to Washington on Spencer Strider Day. Strider is expected to grab the ball on Tuesday, which would put, as the first pitch on the way, is slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Wednesday would be the SSAJ. The changeup misses out. 2-1. And that would give an extra day of rest for Sale to pitch on Thursday. 1-1 count. Swing, pops it up. Back foul and out of play. If you play that forward, it would put Sale to pitch in the Philadelphia series, and you could finagle it to get Strider in that series too. The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. Braves another 0 up on the board. We head to the 9th, leading by 6. The Book of Eli leads us off.
Hello. Hello. I'm Charles Daniels. For years, we've been taking you to villages like this and showing you the heartbreak of families whose only mistake was being born poor. They need your help. And for only
$2.99
a month, you can provide
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Ask for more. Sorry? Ask for more money. Why you starting so low?
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
As you can see, these villagers are desperate for your help, so don't hesitate. Dial the number and send over
$2.99
a month. That's all we need.
Start higher. I know, right?
$2.99
A month may not sound like a lot, but it can mean so much to
Braves Country Radio.
It's not even a round number. I'm just saying, why not start at
$2.99
a month? That's all these people need to survive. And they'd be so lucky and appreciative to get it. So for the price of a cup of coffee.
You talking about all they need to send is the bare minimum to keep us alive.
How you gonna save our lives with only 39 cents? Because I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I just can't see it.
$2.99
This is plenty.
He keeps saying
$2.99
Why you keep saying
For the price of a cup of coffee.
why it can't be the price of an Arizona iced tea?
Because it's not the price of an Arizona, it's got to be coffee.
It don't though.
Plus, coffee is way more expensive than
$2.99
You know, for a starving village, you people have a lot of energy.
Hey, how much was that coffee?
It doesn't matter.
I bet you don't even know what country you in.
I do know what country I'm in.
What country you at? What country you at?
Braves Country Radio.
All right,
Hey, if you want to see this cheap ass white man again, you better send us
$2.99
cash right now. Don't hesitate.
Welcome back. First pitch to Eli White is off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. 77-mile-an-hour curveball hits the outer edge. 1-1. Seeing if we can clean this screen up a bit. 1-1 count. Bang foul down the line, 1-2. Newcomb is back out there. He's about to throw his 67th pitch of the day. He's just out there doing yeoman's work to save the rest of the pen for the next series. The 1-2. Swing. Rips it foul. Cutter inside. One-two count. Swing. The ball is banged into right field. Hard chopper just past the diving glove of Hamilton, and Eli White stands at first with the 6-run lead. You know, they have brought those ropes on the front of the cap back from the 90s. Football and baseball and everyone alike. I didn't like them the first time. I don't know how those became popular again. I think they are so dopey looking. Remember having a hat like that, the first pitch on the way to Allen is swung on and hammered over towards second base. Diving play by Hamilton, leaps to his feet and flips it over to first. A wide throw, but Allen will just be out by less than a half step. Eli goes to second with one away. Runner at second, one out, first pitch. Sinker down and away. To Verdugo, it's 1-0. The 1-0, lefty. Four-seamer misses. 2-0. Verdugo 3 for 4 on the day. The Red Sox start a series tomorrow night here in Fenway against the Mets. So by all means, Boston, save that bullpen. 2-0, misses ball 3-3-0. So it's a long way to travel, but the Red Sox will have to play tomorrow night. The Mets will have to play tonight and then go to Boston. It's a 3-0 pitch. 92 right down the pipe, 3-1. And even with the short travel, those always tend to be flat games for the road team. So hopefully Boston can take advantage of that. 3-1 pitch, sinker, outer edge, full count. So Newcomb's worked it back to a full count here. Runner at second, one out. The payoff pitch. Swing, check swing, foul down the third base line. Do it again. Braves 10, Boston 4. The payoff pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. Slurve on the inner top of the zone. Verdugo is mouthing off about it, but honest engine. That was a strike. And you're up 10-4. This isn't the time to argue, right? The game is coming to the end. You're not going to gain anything out of this. First pitch on the way to Riley is a curveball at the knees. It's 0-1. He needs to be careful, too, because as he walked away, and he did it gently, but he did touch the umpire, and they can not only toss you for that, they can suspend you for that if they feel like it. The 0-1, Baltimore chopper down the third base line. It's going to just roll foul. 0-2. The 0-2. Baltimore getting pounded again. It's 9-4 against Washington. They're in the 8th inning. The 0-2. Swing, chops it back towards the mound, fires it over to first, and that'll end the inning. Braves put one on but can't get him across. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 10-4, good buddy. We'll be back in a flash.
I ain't riding with nobody that think that the AC burn gas. Stop it.
December 19th, Poor Richard's Almanac was first published in 1732. Writing under the pseudonym Richard Saunders, Benjamin Franklin chose the pen name, inspired by the humorously humble and fictitious Poor Richard, to connect with everyday readers. An almanac was a yearly publication providing weather forecasts, planting schedules, astrological information, and advice for daily living. Franklin's almanac stood out for its witty proverbs and practical wisdom, like early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise, and a penny saved is a penny earned. Poor Richard's Almanac was an instant success, selling tens of thousands of copies annually and becoming one of the most popular publications in colonial America. Franklin published it for 25 years till 1758, earning substantial profits that made him wealthy. By age 42, the polymath Franklin was able to retire from this printing business, devoting his time and passion to science, public service, and diplomacy. The almanac's humor and timeless wisdom cemented Franklin's reputation as a man of wit and practicality, leaving a legacy that remains celebrated today.
You could put 5 or 6 old Hall of Famers together and we could talk for 5 hours, 6 hours. You know, you can give us a few beers and, you know, you could double that. We all ate together in the plaque room. The feeling inside, you get your heart pumping a little bit. And you really sense how special it is to be a Hall of Famer.
It's really a respect that you have and that ties you together, because you know the effort that it takes, the commitment that it takes to be an elite player. And I think it's really cool to say that George Brett is my friend.
It's definitely been a life changer. It's given me so many thrills to be able to go to Cooperstown now and call these guys my friends. You know, that's the best part about it.
My new dog ate a whole bag full of scramble tiles. We got word, took him to the vet. No word yet.
Scott Blewett will come to the bump. 10 appearances, the 2.79 ERA. We haven't seen him in quite some time, so he'll try to close this one out. First pitch on the way is a bender in the dirt. Slider misses. It's 1-0. Trevor Story leading off the Red Sox ninth inning, trailing 10-4. He'll be followed up by Toro and Wong. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it back. Four-seamer up top, 1-1. Scotty B has been a pleasant surprise here to the Braves. Picked him up off the trash heap. And it's amazing because the 1-1 swing and a miss, 95, 1-2. The Baltimore Orioles had Scotty B. And we know what kind of troubles they're going through. And they fired the manager. I mean, shouldn't they be firing the general manager for letting this guy go? Scotty's got a 2.79 ERA. Got a couple of wins for us in extra innings over the last few weeks. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the four-seam fastball, one away. Their biggest Achilles heel in Baltimore is their pitching. It's amazing that they found someone this solid in the Baltimore pitching trash heap. One down. That'll bring Toro. Abraham Toro's 0 for 3. He bangs at the first pitch. Hammers it towards the camera well. On the first base side, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Comebacker off the glove of Scotty B. Ozzie tries to corral it. He juggles it, and it's going to be probably an infield single. I don't think they'll give an error to Scott on that one. It bounced off his glove, a comebacker. Those aren't assumed. If he doesn't touch it, it's going to go to the outfield. Maybe Nick Allen gets to it, but he would have had to really stretch to get there, and I don't think, even if he got to it, I don't think he was going to get the runner. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Wong. Slider in the dirt, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty. Brings it. Slider misses. 1-1. Connor Wong, 1 for 3, the single in the 7th. That was the infield chopper that got over Riley's head. One count. Swing. Drops it towards right field. Coming in, making the run and catches Eli. Is he going to double him up? Oh, just got back in time. And I mean just got back in time. See if we can get that camera to that quick enough. There you'll see it on the replay. He just beat it back. It's close. Maybe a quarter step. More of like an eighth of a step, one way or the other. First pitch on the way, check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 1-0. David Hamilton, 2 for 3 on the day. One of the few bright spots for the Red Sox today. Him and Devers. Pretty good offensive days. The 1-0. 95 fastball, misses inside, 2-0. Red Sox have had 8 hits today. 2 by Hamilton, 2 by Devers. The other 4 scattered amongst 4 batters. Braves, on the other hand, 16 hits. The 2-0. 93 up top, 3-0. Count. Pitch, 93, right there on the inner cut, 3-1. Braves 10. Red Sox 4, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. The 3-1. 93. Kisses the black, full count. So the Red Sox are down to their last strike. The payoff pitch. Swing. Slaps it over to Riley. He'll catch it. Line drive. L5 in your scorecard, and that'll do it. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. Braves outfield doing the running man out there and celebrating. As the Braves go back to 1 game over 500, will be 24-23 heading into Tuesday's action. Spencer Strider Day against the Washington Nationals. We'll have Braves Country today for you on Tuesday at noon to get you ready. We'll have the audio replay heading into game number 1 on Tuesday night. Remember, 6:45, an early start. Game ball. You could go a number of different ways here. You had Riley, who went 3 for 6 with 2 runs scored. Ozuna, 2 for 4 with a home run. You had Drake Baldwin, who's 2 for 5. Ozzie even got a base hit. Book of Eli went 2 for 5, and Nick Allen 1 for 3. We're going to give it to Verdugo, Dr. Doogie. He went 3 for 5. He also walked, and he scored 2 runs, and really was a great catalyst in this offense this afternoon. Braves win it 10-4. Ozuna gets his 8th homer of the year, and Olsen got robbed of a home run. Y'all have a great one. It's time to go jump in the pool and drink some cold stuff. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
To the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers.